Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum, Solana and SUI. We're gonna see those coins in this analysis for the 4-hour, 1-hour chart and 15-minute, and we might see of course what is the next move for them. So basically, starting with Ethereum, as you know, we might be here in a finished potential correction as a W, X and a Y, where we see 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 3 ways down. And then we start to see a motive wave. A motive wave meaning 5 ways up here. Potential diagonal start to be here a potential scenario. Yeah, so can be very likely as well. This scenario might lead us, of course, for something. Can be an A, meaning as a zigzag wave A, wave B, wave C toward the upside. And that means we might seek after a correction here, a move for a wave C impulsive towards higher prices. So basically, it is also a potential scenario for a large wave A, as we mentioned here, the wave B there. Another possibility can be as well 3 waves up here, 3 waves down, A, B, and we're looking here for a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. So I'm gonna put this in a round scenario because right now the probability are getting too many, so we need to follow up somehow wave C that it might be unfolding here for the 1-to-1, by the way. So this is going to be the bracket scenario. Yeah, so this wave C might hit the 1-to-1 Fibonacci level. This 1-to-1 Fibonacci level is taken from this wave A there and the low here of this wave B, and we might be looking here at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this probability is also high, but for this one, we need a shallow wave 2. And that means if this is a finished wave 1, your wave 2 might hit this area over here, guys. So we might hit somewhere in case that this is a wave 1, let's say, and then wave 2, 3, 4, 5. Before we dive, of course, inside it, it might be, of course, a finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as an impulse, and it can be not finished yet. It might be looking for a wave 4 and a 5 as well. So we'll see this. But before we push even for the lower time frame, what if we are in a W and X here and a wave Y, A, B, and a C, meaning a W, here we go, X, and a wave Y. So this is going to be in the magenta scenario, a wave Y over there. Yeah, so can be the difference is just the structure. Both the ABC, and the W, X, and a Y have the same target 1-to-1. But the structure might be different, meaning for the wave Y might be a zigzag, but for the wave C, it can be simply continuation directly toward the upside extension here, meaning 1, 2, kind of like a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Yep, so this is the difference, guys, that we might get in this market right now. A lot of probabilities, of course, but the priority right now is for the ABC and the WX and Y. If we break this area, then we start to think very, very bullish, meaning A, B, and a C here, something very high, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a new all-time high. Yeah, so those are the extreme bullish scenarios. Now, if we dive inside it on the 1-hour chart here, we can see clearly that we have a 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finished wave 3. Wave 4 might be still reaching this area, and I would say to be much more precise here, whether you have a wave 2 or a wave 4, the 1-to-1 fib level is very, very interesting. $2,270 might be very interesting. We might still see something pushing for higher unless broken. If broken, well, we're gonna test this area, and if we still see some weaknesses, okay, that is a deep correction for a 0.38 taken from the A to the B to the C, and this is going to be our signal here that something huge is unfolding towards the upside here, that it might be, of course, a large wave C or a large wave 3. By all means, if the price start to turns up from there, that means the $2,650 might be the target, and we push down toward the downside. We will test it, but if the price push for lower here to the 2,130, there is a higher probability for a longer wave C or a wave 3. Yep, so the signals will be given already depending on this correction, guys. Yep, so we'll see what's going to happen. Let's move to Solana. For Solana, also on the 4-hour chart, guys, we are looking at a 1 2 1 2 here, and 1 2 3 4 5 for the wave 3, and then 4 in a 5. So basically, this impulse is finished in a wave C here. Can be already done that we have finished our correction, or it can be even a wave Y, but very likely to be a wave C. We finished here a correction, and then we start to push for higher. However, the price internally, it doesn't yet show so much a motive wave like Ethereum and Bitcoin. We don't have the 5 waves here as diagonal. It's the same as Ethereum and Bitcoin, and that means, yes, very likely that we might still be corrective here, but this correction is not yet done, and it might be an A here, 3 waves down for a wave B, and a wave C toward the upside as 1-to-1 Fibonacci level. Can be also a W, an X, and a wave Y 1-to-1 Fibonacci level, but in different structure again. 3 waves up rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, if we dive inside this structure on the 1-hour chart here for Solana, we can see zigzags. Yeah, we can see zigzags just pushing towards the upside here. And those zigzags are starting to be a little bit much more extended. So what if we are in a wave 4 here and a wave 5 again? And that means an expanding diagonal that it might be reaching for a new high. And what I mean was this, an expanding diagonal can be something like this, pushing for higher. And that because of the zigzags, that they are somehow resilient to show some higher prices. Why I'm saying so? Because you got an impulse here again. So if this is a finished zigzag wave 1, wave 2, and you finish somehow another zigzag wave 3, well, it can be a W, X, and a Y, but in this case, you are very, very bearish, right? So that means you are potentially here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then wave 2 here in W, X, and a Y, and we push simply toward the downside. So we gotta be careful. The bearish probability is still there, so you can be in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, yeah, as this bearish scenario. And that means it can be a deeper wave 4 and a 5 that we might still be looking for it here. After a wave 4, you might be in a large 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, still to reach, of course, our zone area here as a wave 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and then a wave, wave 3 here, and then wave 4 and a 5. Yeah, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave 3 itself, then 4 and a 5. So yeah, for Solana is not showing that strong move, I would say, towards the upside, unless the things are going to push in an expanding diagonal. But you know, expanding diagonal is a very rare case scenario, guys, that we might get. Okay, so we gotta be careful with it. It might be very, very rare case scenario. Now, because also it can be a possible like double 1, 2, a wave 3 is required, but even a wave 3 requires a wave 1, 2, right? And because of the zigzags, well, we are obliged to wait for the expanding diagonal as well, in case we are looking here for a massive wave 3. So you're looking for an expanding diagonal wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, which somehow I doubt it, yeah? So somehow the probability goes also for a deeper correction. You know, Ethereum and Bitcoin, even if they are in a motive wave, they are looking for a correction. And we mentioned that this correction might be deeper before we push very high. Now, since Solana is much more volatile than Bitcoin and Ethereum, it might reach the low, finish this wave 5, and start a bull run here. Nobody knows. Maybe this how it is planned to be, guys. For Ethereum, we'll see step by step. Yeah, so I would say be careful, because I would say here this high is a confirmation for higher. So this is our key level here, okay? We're talking about this micro level here, meaning if we push for higher, that means a 1, 2, 3 here, wave 4 finished, and if we push for higher, okay, wave 5 is unfolding as an expanding diagonal. If not, and we push for lower, okay, then we are moving in bearish, guys. Okay, so this is confirmation for lower there. Yeah, so this is also a key level to be watched. Very interesting to be watched, guys. 83.14. Because if we push for lower here, I think it's even a little bit lower, 82.6. Yeah. So if we take this low simply, if we take it, that means, of course, something unfolding here as an impulse and can be, of course, aiming for the low there. Okay. It can be even another probability, guys. It can be that it might not reach the low, and it can be simply a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what? You're going to finish here an A, B, and a C. Without taking the low, it's going to form here a 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's another probability, of course, that it might unfold here for the 1-to-1 fib level. So also to be watched, I'm going to mark this here as a 1-to-1, as you can see, without taking the low. Very, very shallow, and always this happens, and it kills me. It kills me when it happens. Like we push very, very, very impulsively, and then a tiny gap within the low, and then the 886 is taken, and then boom, wave C toward the upside. But taking this low and the 886, meaning after finishing the wave C, we're coming back to take the low again. Yep, so this is also a signal to be watched. I mean, it's a good signal at the end that we know what's going on, and we know that it's going to come back, of course, for lower later on. But yeah, this is what it might happen as another scenario. This is regarding Solana. Higher probability for me, honestly, I see weakness only because the rare scenario of an expanding flat here might unfold. Plus, in confluence with Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are pushing for a correction anyway. So yeah, I see that Solana might also move with this correction toward the downside. Let's see SUI. For SUI as well, very interesting. Now SUI is showing this final wave C as well. So we have in SUI 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, triple 1, 2s. And then wave 3, 4, and a 5, and then 4 and a 5. And currently wave 4 and a wave 5 might still be unfolding to finish up and take this a target. Basically for SUI, if we dive inside it here on the 1 hour, for this range where it is very, very low possibility even to have a 1, 2 here. Yes, that this is a wave 2. It's a very long sideways range, wave 2, and I doubt it, guys. So higher probability for me is a kind of like a WX and a wave Y finished here, 3 structure, right? And we finished a wave A, then wave B, very likely to be in a wave C. Yes, it can be a 3 ways up, 3 ways down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But again, the same as Solana. Look at the structure; it is zigzags. And what is very interesting, that it is in a formation of another zigzag here, taking the high. So the expanding diagonal is already on its way. And I believe that this might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, that it might unfold another wave zigzag. So always wave 5 in an expanding diagonal is huge. Yeah, and we're looking for this area. And it can be the case scenario, finishing this structure ABC and then pushing down for a final move toward the downside. However, how this is not in confluence with Bitcoin and Ethereum is very interesting. But basically, we gotta be careful from also that it might be finished already, because this looks like a zigzag, a short one. I hate it. Yeah, I don't like it at all. That it is a short, it should be, of course, longer than the wave 3. It has to be. Otherwise, yeah, we have no other option rather than calling W, X, Y, X, and a Z. Horrible, right? 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, and 3 waves. Which is a W, X, Y, X, and a Z, and then pushing toward the downside. Which it can be also another probability here. Finished, okay, let's say this is a complex structure finished here. You might be in a potential wave A, B, C, D, and a E, and then we push down. Meaning, if we are in the triangle, which is my highest probability, honestly, that it is finished in W, X, Y, X, and Z, and we might be in a wave, D here, toward the downside in confluence with Bitcoin and Solana and Ethereum, and then pushing with a wave E toward the upside. Otherwise, of course, then if a shallow wave here for Bitcoin, meaning this shallow wave here, like extension over there, unfolding like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, that is also a probability for Bitcoin, the same as for Ethereum. Don't forget 1-to-1 fib level, which we just explained. What if SUI also do the same and then push here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for an impulse finishing wave 5, then wave B and wave C as an ABC zigzag? Yep. So also interesting. What Solana would do also is also continuation of this expanding diagonal then. So very interesting. Therefore, again, confirmation for this is the key levels always that we have in hands here. So by taking, of course, here, the invalidation of bullish was not taken anyway. Yeah, we got kind of like an impulse still unfolding. So currently, confirmation for lower is over there, guys. This is our confirmation for lower. And that means once we push down here, or, you know, even let's make it much more logic, just this low. Just this low. Why? Because if this is something as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unfolding here, if we come back to this area, this is finished as 3 waves. And it might push down. Okay. So this is my confirmation for lower. I would say if we are really going for higher, I would like to see 5 waves. So this is confirmation for higher again, getting inside the breakout area for a bullish. And that means a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 is required here. And that's why once we take a 5 waves multiple here, that is a direction for the market still, meaning wave A finished, wave B required, and then wave C in a expanding diagonal again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to reach our target area. So yeah, very interesting. The key level to be watched, guys, are the following: 0.99, 0.92, and yeah, the market, the crypto market is in a very critical point, I would say, between bullish and bearish. However, the bullish scenarios are a little bit hard to believe, especially within the bear market that we had since a long time and the pressure that we might still have from the bears. Also, that the probabilities for higher are a little bit hard to believe, again, because it is a rare case scenario in expanding flats for SUI, the same for Solana, the same for Ethereum, like an extension for a wave 5, which is rare to happen, more than a normal impulse. So probabilities goes much more higher for a correction. Yep, so this is regarding Ethereum, Solana, and SUI. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.